Hey YouTube, how the heck you doing? I'm doing great and I hope you are too. Told you I was going to bring you a little update on the AirPods Generation 3 that I picked up over the holidays. I've been using them back and forth between the twos that I've been carrying for almost a year now. Their warranty comes up in March, I believe. But I've been using the AirPod 3 Generation 3 on and off in that time, and I do want to bring you a little update and to bring you a few things that may sway you from going with this. So let's find out. So like I said, I wanted to bring you a little update on the AirPods 3. I do enjoy using them. They do give you great sound and everything for music and audiobooks. I do a lot of audiobooks. But there's a few things that I didn't really like about them. One of them is that they did change the shape of the AirPod itself. If you want to compare them to the previous generation, you can see that the part that actually inserts into your ear is a little more oval shaped, where the first one was kind of a flat oval. And for me, it fit really nice in my ear. It didn't come out in my workouts and everything. The newer ones, the Generation 3, they do fit still snug in there, but it's a little more pressure, or not pressure, but a little more harder for it to stay in there properly. I notice when I probably work out and stuff, and if I'm moving around a lot, it will tend to move out a little bit, and I gotta push it in during my workouts and everything. So it doesn't fit as nicely. So if you have smaller ears, or if this one was even a problem as far as holding in your ear, you're probably going to have a little bit more trouble with the one on this one here too. So they did. I did try to use the AirPod Pros in another brand where you use those multiple rubbery silicones to get the right fit, but that never worked for me. The AirPod 2 was always a really good fit. AirPod 1 and 2 was already a good fit for me, so I stayed with those guys. The other thing that they changed out was the stem. The stem was like the butt of all jokes when it first came out, that it hung so low and everything. So they shortened it up some. And it's nice that if they shortened it up and you don't have to have this big white thing or whatever hanging down from your face or your ear. But now the controls are in the stem of the AirPod instead of just double tapping like you see on the control center. When you pull up the AirPods on your control center, you always had an option of doing something with the left or the right AirPod. You could double tap to either play, pause. You could call for Siri, which was integrated with just talking with Siri's always on. And it gave you a few other options to do when you double tapped on it. Now you have just the clicking of the stem, and it's very close to your ear and your face. And sometimes it gets it hard to be able to double tap or double press. You got to press to pause and play. You got double press to skip forward, or you can triple press to have it skip back. So that's the only option you have with the functionality of the new AirPod 3 generation, third generation, which it's not bad, but I always like the functionality of just doing a double tap if you wanted to answer something, or if you wanted to skip ahead or something like that. You could just do a double tap, and it was always easier than trying to find just the right position on the stem of the AirPod to give you a nice press that you could move on and do what you wanted to do. So I kind of searched around. I find myself doing a double tap once in a while when I have these on. I go, oh, I don't have those in. I don't have the 2s in, I have the 3s, so I got to just do the press on the stem. And they got a little flat area there for you to press on. So you can kind of see where you have to do it, but I did like the functionality. I did like the functionality of being able just to double tap the outside of the AirPod to get it to do something. Maybe in the 4th generation they'll integrate both with the lower stem, shorter stem, and then the clicking on the stem, and also maybe a double tap. I don't know if that's possible in that type of environment. So the only options you have with the 3rd generation would be the automatic ear detection. They both had that. You connect automatically to a phone, and then you have the option of spatial audio or stereo audio. I've kept it on spatial audio. Like I said, it gives you a really nice sound. I'm not going to give up on these. I'm going to use these for when I listen to music, because it does give you a nice balanced sound environment when you're listening to music is in the spatial audio, just like their pro level headphones do. So I'm not going to give up on those, but I did want to bring a few things to you guys that I found not really irritating, but kind of off from what I was expecting them to be able to do. The one other odd thing is these easily drop into the case when you're putting them into the case and you close it down. These, I've had a little time getting them out because the stem is shorter, and sometimes it's not as easy to drop them in there, but that could be my dexterity messing with me there. But I hope you enjoyed this little short update on the AirPod 3 generations. Think of that before you drop down your dollars on which ones. If you have the 2s, you might not want to upgrade yet unless you're really into listening to music or even audiobooks. It kind of gives you a little more immersive environment when you're listening to those things. But go ahead, check them out for yourself if you can, guys. Borrow it from a friend or something. Let me know down in the comments if you've done the upgrade to the 3s or not, or if you're just going to stick with the 2s, and maybe even have the 1s and they're still kicking around in your ears there. But let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time, guys. Have a good one.